Welcome to this week on the Heartbeat Show. My name is Mwaka Makasmia. Welcome to this week on the Heartbeat Show. My name is Mwaka Makasmia. Heartbeat Show is a relationship-based program. We tend to handle a lot of relationship crises, discuss about it, and find possible solutions to them.
As a human being, she has the right to life. She even have the right to commit crime. When you commit crime, you will not be left between you and the police custody.
Yes.
To determine what they will do to you.
The law court.
The law court, not the parent. Is it because he's the father? Posting it on social media means that she has grown beyond the level expected of her. That's why I said what the father would have done is to either invite her, even involve other spiritual men of God. Sit her down, ask her what did you do.
We Africans for crying out loud, and we have a system of correcting abnormality when we see it.
If this is a Western world, that lady can sue the father to court.
Cross-dressing is a way of life.
Lesbianism
is a habit.
Okay.
I just choose to dress like a man doesn't mean that I'm a lesbian. Or somebody who chooses to dress like a woman. It's fashion.
It's fashion. Wow.
So it's better for them to correct her now.
The
beating, for me, it was not really okay because she's a woman. But in a way.
But have you watched the video of where the parents were?
Yes, the father beat her first before the
even with the hair. What about the brothers?
Oh my God, it was really awful. Seriously, to be frank with you. But at a point, I felt that she really needed it, at least to teach so many people some lessons that they have to learn.
What role does spirituality plays in the life of a child and upbringing of children?
Okay. There are many rules. There are many, like, let me use Roman Catholic as an example. They have, once you are up to 10 years, you join what they call catechism.
The catechism, yeah.
That is where they will breed you up, root you. They have a very big role they play, which the parents sometimes don't even have the time to.
Welcome to this week on the Heartbeat Show. My name is Mwaka Makasmia. Heartbeat Show is a relationship-based program. We tend to handle a lot of relationship crises, discuss about it, and find possible solutions to them. We have our guest today. By my left-hand side, please, your name?
I'm Johnson, please.
Okay.
Hello.
Johnson, please. By my right-hand side?
Christian N.
So this time around, we are also looking at relationship and relationship. This week we are looking at relationship as to do with teenagers and the youth, and we are talking about the topic on currently in Nigeria we have a lot of cross dressers, men who are putting on ladies' attire. We also have a lot of people who are into different kind of other homosexual and gay and all the rest of them, or lesbianism as you may call it. So we are now looking at there's a trending video on social media where a young lady was actually beaten almost to death for what some people may tag as engaging in lesbianism. So, and you know that in our country today in Nigeria, a lot of people are involved in this. Well, we don't have any opinion as a person or as a company or institution regarding to this topic, but our guests will do justice on it. So, Mr. Christian, what do you think about this trending video that have gone viral? Can you justify this beating by the parents? And what you are talking about is, do you think that this beating is the best way to correct this abnormality in the society?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. I will start by saying that the girl in question, her right has been infringed.
Okay.
As a human being, she has the right to life. She even have the right to commit crime. When you commit crime, you will not be left between you and the police custody.
Yes.
To determine what they will do to you.
The law court.
The law court, not the parent. Is it because he's the father? Yes, you can be the father, but you don't have to. You don't have to channel that kind of anger on that day. Normally, it's against the constitution of the country. You understand? Most countries in the Western world, they legalize it. You can do anything you want, but in Africa, mostly in Nigeria, it's not allowed. It's against the constitution. In a situation like this, when things like this happen, the only thing you do, either if I'm the father, what I would have done is to call the girl,
okay,
question her, what led you to this? Because sometimes, based on peer group, friends in school, church, can push them into this unknowingly.
And another thing is this: if the girl in question never posted this on social media, the father wouldn't have known.
Posting it on social media means that she has grown beyond the level expected of her. That's why I said what the father would have done is to either invite her, even involve other spiritual men of God. Sit her down, ask her what led you to this. When did you start?
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah.
Who involved you in this? They will not talk to the girl, advise her instead of beating.
So beating was not the best approach.
Beating was the wrong approach applied. Don't be surprised after this case, this girl can continue this to another level. Don't be surprised if you see her in another country performing this.
A lot of people have actually dropped their comment on social media. This for them are saying that the beating was justified based on the fact that if people are beating like this, I don't think they will engage in this.
They have the opinion. Okay, what about the other cross-dressers? Have they been arrested? I don't want to mention their names. All over the country.
But you know it's risky.
It's risky to mention them. They are moving around, clubbing,
but it's risky
showing
to
their pictures on social
them.
media. They have not been arrested. So why
risky
beating up
to
the girl?
mention them.
That was the wrong approach. Then, as a parent, most of our fathers, our mothers, they miss this in terms of training.
You know that we are Africa, for crying out loud.
Okay.
If it is United States of America, I don't think the girl in question will be beaten this way. We are Africans, for crying out loud, and we have a system of correcting abnormality when we see it.
If this is in the Western world, that lady can sue the father to court.
that's true.
And it can't happen in the Western world.
It can happen even though it's not been legalized in the country. The girl has the right.
She has the right to indulge in
whatever. That will not be left between her and the police custody or the court
to decide
what where they will push her to.
What do you think about it?
Anyway, before I go on, I want to correct you on something. You're saying there are so many cross-dressers. Cross-dressing is a way of life.
It's a way of life.
Lesbianism is a habit.
Okay.
I just choose to dress like a man doesn't mean that I'm a lesbian. Or somebody who chooses to dress like a woman. It's fashion.
It's fashion. Wow.
It's fashion.
Wow.
So in that aspect, that is okay.
Okay, chop knuckle.
Then coming to this lady that was beaten by the parents. Okay, let me bring Bible in here. Bible says, spread the rod and spoil the child.
Yes.
You're a parent. You feel heartbroken. Seeing your female child engaging in something that made God to destroy a whole nation.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Thank you. Making, you feel so sober. I know that this man have noticed this before, and maybe in a way, because what they just showed us is where she was being beaten. But in a way, maybe they've called her to order before. Who knows? Maybe they've told her this thing you're doing is not good. Though. Maybe she has people who have been talking to her. But she now bringing these ads to social media, knowing the kind of place she comes from, knowing the kind of maybe somebody like me, my father, he will not take it. This is Nigeria. We are not in America.
Right.
In America, you can go do anything and go scot-free. You can even sue the country to court.
Yeah,
Nobody's going to question
That's
you.
true.
Instead, they will even have to pay you for damages. But this is Nigeria, where we have so many things, so many constitutions binding us. Like here in Nigeria, it is said that if you commit such offense, you have 14 years to spend in prison. And maybe this parent don't want their children or their child to go to the prison. So they had to carry out matters in their own hand. At least if they beat her, next time if she see a woman walking along the road, she will respect herself and focus. Like these people, they felt heartbroken. Like, okay, won't she get married one day? If she get married one day, what are people, these are countries that at the moment though, you will not be trending. But maybe when they see now that you've gotten married or you have a man coming for you, they'll come and start bringing out all your past stories. This is how our country run. So it's better for them to correct her now. The beating, for me, it was not really, really okay because she's a woman. But in a way,
but have you watched the video of where the parents were?
Yes, the father beat her first before the
even with the hair. What about the brothers?
Oh my God, it was really awful. Seriously, to be frank with you. But at a point, I felt that she really needed it, at least to teach so many people some lessons that they have to learn. Because you can't tell me that as a parent that your child you're expecting one day they will call you Mpada or Abarai sign. Tomorrow you feel that your child will bring somebody home to get married to. But opening your social media handle, you're seeing she and a lady. In that video, she was smoking. They were having so much fun, like even to the extent of showing where she was sucking the girl. Like all those crazy things. You don't expect me as a parent to take this kind of thing lightly. I won't report you to the authorities because I know that if you get there, the things they might do to you will be worse than the one will do to you at home. You bring like disgracing you in so many ways. But men, for me, it was justifiable that she was beaten. Seriously.
Okay, what other, apart from the beating, is there any other approach you think the parents will have used?
Well, I don't know. Like I said
okay,
before,
you support the beating.
They might have called her to order.
Okay.
Even had village family meeting for her.
It's true.
In that measure,
Okay,
maybe
okay.
she didn't listen to them. They had to take it out on her.
Okay. Okay. What do you think about that?
Okay.
She have countered that she said that the beating was justified.
That's her own opinion. The beating is justified to some is not justified. But for me, I have gone through the Nigeria 1999 amended constitution. I have not seen a place or a section where they stated that when your child commits a crime, you should beat the child and post it on social media. I have not seen a section where they made a statement whereby when your child informs in a crime, you bully the child or kill the child. Whatever in the course of beating the child and the child died in your hands. It's not attracting more crime to the family. The best approach would have, like I said before, that lady is not, the girl is not, I think she's above 18 years. She's not an adult. Call her to order. Question her. Involve other parties.
Okay.
You understand? Question her. Even though you want to torture her, take her to the place that she's supposed to be. Because it can be as a result of mental imbalance. Most of them don't even know what they are doing. And at the same time, as a result of useful extravagance, they don't even know what they are doing. They think it's a normal thing. After all, this person is doing it. This person is doing it. Am I different from them?
Okay.
So, beating her up is the wrong approach.
Beating her up
is the wrong approach. Then posting it to the social media is like attracting the whole world to know that my family is imbalanced. I'm telling you.
Okay. Now she said something which I could remember vividly. She said talked about cross-dressing as like an activity, as fun, as mean nothing. What's your view on cross-dressing? Don't you think that cross-dressing can lead to lesbianism and all this?
Cross-dressing. This issue of cross-dressing. The way, I don't know, the angle she views it from might be different from the angle I'm viewing it from.
Okay.
You know one thing with Africa, Nigeria to be precise, when they go out, notice something, maybe a lifestyle, when they come down here, they apply more to their own, to put it maybe in form of swag. You understand?
Yeah.
How can a man be dressing like a woman? Walking like a woman? You understand? Do you know that can even linger you or lure you into lesbianism and other aspect of lifestyle?
But don't you think there are people that were created almost different?
Naturally, there are people that have been created, like they used to call it tomboy, tom girl, yes. But that doesn't mean you should be dressing indecently.
So
I have one of them, one of our BB Nigeria, the program that was just concluded last 2 weeks. I don't want to mention her name. A lady. She's then back around 15 years ago. She was a tom girl or a tomboy. But that doesn't mean she dresses like a total man.
okay.
But her lifestyle, the way she plays football, doesn't will tell you that she has that kind of man attributes. Understand? So being a man having a female attribute doesn't make you wearing skates, having a kind of making up, all those things. It can linger you or lure you into all those lifestyle like lesbianism or homosexualism.
Okay. Also, regarding to what we are talking about today, which has to do with treatment of people too.
Okay.
And have you actually watched the video in one of the trending videos in the northern, which went as far as Northern State? A girl child, in fact, not even a girl child. Let me say, school children.
Okay.
A girl was flogged to almost to death. And according to information we gathered, some people said that it was actually due to that they drank alcohol.
Okay.
And you know that alcohol is something that's been prohibited completely
In the north.
in the north. So will you actually, can you justify that beating? She was flogged not by one person, by 4 persons, 4 teachers flogged the girl, even other guys too, other students, flogged them to almost death in the name of that they drank alcohol. Do you think that, based on your own approach of handling parental upbringing and handling people, do you think that's the best approach to flog someone when he make this kind of mistake?
Okay, let me make a little reference about the north, on the northerners. When I was there, when I went for my NYC, I made a little inquiry about them. The issue of premature sex is a taboo there. The issue of alcohol is a very big taboo. Talk more of a teenager. And they have this belief that when you are being caught in a premature, maybe you're having a kind of premature sex with your partner, they will cut off one of your finger.
Mm.
2 parties. Now, in reference to the case, the question he asked me, flogging the girl, it might be their belief. Understand? It might be their custom. Like in some areas, in some part of some part of the states in this country, Nigeria, their bylaws differs from this particular state.
I don't think you have watched the video. In
No.
the video, he was almost flogged to compare with the way the girl in
Yes.
question that was indulged in lesbianism was treated.
Thank you. I'm driving a somewhere.
Okay.
In summary, it's a wrong approach. Whether it's their custom or it's not their custom, it's the wrong approach. Flogging a girl, beating. Do you know there's an extent you beat your child, to the extent it will get used to that child. That when, after all, at the end of the day, he will flog me or he will beat me or he will kick me aside. And as he's going, he will get used to it. There are many ways to approach all these kind of issues. There are many ways, either spiritually or academically. As a father or as a mother, you can make that child your best friend.
Okay.
You sit her down every day.
I'm not trying to cut you short, but you talk about spirituality.
Thank you.
Now, what role does spirituality plays in the life of a child and upbringing of children?
Okay. There are many rules. There are many, like, let me use Roman Catholic as an example. They have, once you are up to 10 years, you join what they call catechism.
The catechism, yeah.
That is where they will breed you up, root you. They have a very big role they play, which the parents sometimes don't even have the time to take care of their children on those things.
Catechism.
So the churches, they have a greater role to play in terms of reducing all this kind of crime like lesbianism, homosexualism, and others. And I discovered nowadays most of the churches are even falling out because they now focus on getting souls and making money. And that is why it's as if the crime is increasing more in Nigeria.
But getting souls, is it not good?
Getting souls is part of the call. When you get a soul and you didn't nurture that soul, automatically you are sending that soul back. So they have a greater role to play, apart from their parents. Now, the education world, our schools, our teachers, they also have a greater role to play. Most of these kids, when you start questioning them, you discover that those attributes, those characters, they learned it in school. During break, they will hang out with one of their friends. From there, they start discussing, let's do this, let's do this. As the teacher, have you ever monitored your pupil? Have you ever asked them, why are you coming to school by this time? And why are you going by this time? Why are you behaving like this?
Okay, we are still in the discussion of handling management of lesbianism, cross-dressing and all the rest of them, and we are focusing basically on the video that was trending on social media as of last week. So still on that discussion, I know you have a different view of saying that flogging her was not justifiable, right? Now, bringing spirituality in place, do you think that there is a role spirituality could play in terms of nurturing or upbringing of youth?
Anyway, thank you for that. You see, when it comes to church, the church I worship, I'm an Adventist anyway.
Okay, SDA.
They have classes in the church that you can actually join. Anyway, some parents these days even practice those things, and their children see them. I have somebody that I know that this lady, she was a lesbian before she got married, and when she got married, she gave birth to a female child, and she still practicing that. And what are you going to teach that baby? That okay, this is the way of life. It's a way of life because that is what her mind has been clouded with. She doesn't see anything wrong with it. If you even tell her tomorrow that see, this thing is not good, she will tell you that my mommy does it. It's my mommy that taught me. That is why teaching children things, teaching adults things, it starts right from home. It's not even outside, because people outside might teach her or him what she might not want to learn, which is telling the person, maybe, let me just say, when we went to boarding school, we used to see so many things back then in school. Seniors coming to tell you should come and massage her back, do me aunts, you come and start doing the senior like this on their back. You see, all those things, small things. Now from club dance they take start.
Yes,
so many things attributes to so many things. You have to teach your child right from the Bible that, you see, God himself destroyed the whole nation because of homosexuality. They said that when angels came to a city, even the people of the city came asking for them to come out so that what's that like? What's that? Angels for that matter. So you have to make these children understand that these things are not good. It can actually destroy you as a human being. Excuse me. It can actually destroy you as a human being, make you feel worthless, make you feel that, because when people who have boyfriends are together talking about how good it is to be with a man, you don't have anything to say. You have to make them understand all these factors that contribute and can destroy your life in when it comes to your spiritual aspect.
What you accept is what controls you. What controls you is what directs you. What directs you can make you or mar you. I cannot blame the parents. I've seen some parents playing their own role. I've seen a man of God that the daughter indulges in this kind of lifestyle. You will not kill the man. The parents are playing their own role. The government are playing their own role. The churches are playing their own role. The schools, academias are playing their own role. If I'm to blame, I will channel my blame to the people involved or the victim. Because this is the kind of lifestyle they have choose to live. You cannot be walking and they tell you that this thing is fire. You know that this thing is fire. You don't need anybody to tell that when you put your leg inside that fire, it will harm you.
Yeah. So
this is the kind of lifestyle they have. This is what I want to do. Others are doing it and making money from it. Let me join them.
Okay.
You understand? It's a personal thing. So I cannot blame the government, because constitutionally, the constitution is against it. The church is against it. You understand? The community itself is against it. They
Against
ban
it.
it. It's a taboo.
As a society.
You understand? Then in the family, they are against it. Environmentally or socially, they are against it. So you accepting that kind of lifestyle, that means that is an agreement between you and your God. So I'm channeling the blame to the people involved, not the parents, not the government, not even, like the government are even trying. Now they have placed their own their constitutional involvement in it. Whereby when you are caught doing this, look at how many years you're going to spend in the jail. Some communities when they catch you doing this, they ban you from the community. So I cannot blame anybody apart from the people involved.
Okay, finally, who do you think we should be blamed?
It's the people involved, like
People
you have said,
involved.
yes. The parent doesn't have anything to do with it. The church doesn't have anything. Even God himself doesn't have anything to do with it. There will be an extent you do something, God will just come on mind for you. Even devil self will even be like, what is happening? He himself, he will even be surprised. You know, so we ladies, in fact, people in the world, we are just people that are normal now are not even up to 10. In fact, in the world as a whole, they are not up to 10. Seriously, people are just misbehaving daily, knowing that things are harmful. You still go ahead and do it. So I don't blame anybody. It's just the two ladies involved. They are even supposed to beat the other one. I don't know why they didn't beat her. So seriously, just the two people involved, though, not the parents.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us in this week program. I remember Waka Makasmia, the Heartbeat Show. We intend to remodel and we intend to reshape relationship and people's view of things. Thank you very much. Still, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel on Kasat TV. All our programs are showing on Kasat TV. Thank you very much. Remember blessed.